Just is what it is. Good job. Hi there, I'm the BigCraigO and you're watching my Deck Tech series. Today we're going to be exploring the mono black Ugin list that started to do the rounds. Basically, the deck itself is a control build. It's designed to build up mana over a period of time and then put together some game-ending strategies. So I guess let's go and check out the deck list. Well, here we have the actual deck list. I'm just going to go through it and do a quick breakdown of any particular parts that are a bit different to what we've seen elsewhere. So in the 1-drop slots, we've got a full play set of Blood Chief's Thirst, something that's been quite popular for some time. It's sort of fallen out of favour, but maybe it's come back in this deck because it just fits that slot quite nicely. Single Cling to Dust. This is a great spell for removing things from your opponent's graveyard, but also giving you advantages of drawing cards or life gain. And you can use your graveyard as a resource because it has an escape, so you can cast it again. In the 2-drop side of things, we have Heartless Axe, 2 of those, 2 Hunt for Specimens, which is a relatively new card seeing the rounds. It's 1 black, 1 other, to create a 1/1 black and green pest creature token that gains life when it dies. And you also get to learn, so it replaces itself in a cantrip kind of way. Full play set of 4 Maze Mine Tomes. These are great for card draw, life gain, scrying as well if you're being efficient with your mana. Moving on to the 3-drops, we run a full play set of 4 Soul Shatters. I really like this card. Instant spell, 1 black, 2 other. Each opponent sacrifices a creature or planeswalker with the highest mana value among creatures and planeswalkers they control. Pretty useful. That instant speed is really good with that as well. Palaka Prediction. It's this is a sort of dual sort of purpose. It's just an extra spell. Allows you to have a look at someone's hand and choose a card from their hand with a mana value of 3 or greater, and that player discards. Discards that card. It can also come into play as a black mana, but comes into play tapped. So quite good. 2 Extinction Events. They're an all-star. Everyone knows what that does. Quite popular. 4 Solemn Simulacrums. So when it comes into play, you get to put a land into play tapped. When it leaves play, you get to draw a card. So quite useful. And it combos very well with the Forsaken Monument because it becomes from a 2/2 becomes a 4/4. We're on 2 Shadow's Verdict. This is a great sorcery speed removal spell. Anything with power, mana value, mana value 3 or less gets exiled, as does anything with a mana value 3 or less from a graveyard that's a creature as well. Or planeswalker, sorry. As I said before, Forsaken Monument, run 3 of these. They're a 5-drop legendary artifact. Colorless creatures you control get +2/+2. Whenever you tap a permanent for colorless mana, it adds an additional colorless mana, so you're getting a really good ramp there. And whenever you cast a colorless spell, you gain 2 life, so bit more ability to survive as well there. And then this is probably one of the newer cards that most people haven't seen. I knew I had to read it a little bit when I first saw the card. So it's a Wandering Archaic. I don't know how it's pronounced. Costs 5. It's a 4/4 avatar. Whenever an opponent casts an instant or sorcery spell, they may pay 2. If they don't, you may copy that spell and choose new targets for the copy. Pretty useful. The other side of the card, you've got Explore the Vastlands. Each player looks at the top 5 cards of their library and may reveal a land card or an instant or sorcery card from among them. Each player puts the card they revealed this way into their hand and the rest on the bottom of their library in a random order. Each player gains 3 life. Pretty useful as well. We top out with Ugin, play 3 of these in the deck. Ugin needs no introduction, it's a very powerful card. Generally, if you can get it to stick on the battlefield, you have won very, very quickly. So, great card. This particular deck runs a huge amount of land because it is a control deck, and you want to hit land every turn so that you're getting up to that 8 mana that you need. It runs 2 Castle Lockwains, so give you the ability to be able to take a bit of a hit and draw some cards. It runs 9 Snow-Covered Swamps. It runs 4 full play set of Barrens, which are quite good to put your mana into and create a creature that can run across the battlefield and punch things. It runs 3 of the Fields of Ruins, just good for picking out key opponents' land. So, for example, if they've got their own Barrens, you can blow them up, etc. Labyrinth of Scophus. This is pretty cool. So this actually allows you to pay for, tap it, and remove target attacking or blocking creature from combat. Quite useful. I've played it in Commander quite a bit. I've played it in other formats, so I'm really looking to see how it plays in this particular deck. And then we also run a full 4 of the Radiant Fountain, which is a land that creates colourless mana. But when it comes into play, it actually allows you to gain 2 life. Quite useful. Now the sideboard, this is a best of 1 deck for us, but with the learn abilities from Hunt for the Specimens, we get access to it. So we've got the ever popular Environmental Sciences, which allows you to go and grab a land and gain some life. Necrotic Fumes, sacrifice a creature, kill something. A couple of Pest Summoning, which is the create 2 pests. And when they die, you can gain some life. So there's 2 versions of that. That's how popular it is. Introduction to Prophecy, scry 2, then draw. Confront the Past. Now this is one that I hadn't seen before or had read. So it's 1 black and X for a sorcery. You can choose one of these 2 different options. Return target Planeswalker card with mana value X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Remove twice X loyalty counters from target Planeswalker on an opponent controls. Very, very interesting. Hadn't seen this spell before, so yeah, not too bad. And finally, Mascot Exhibition. This is something that I think more and more decks are using all the time. Cost 7. You create a 2/1 white and black Inkling creature token. With flying, a 3/2 red and white spirit creature token, and a 4/4 blue and red elemental creature token. Pretty useful. So all in all, that's all the cards that are in the deck. It is quite a strong deck. I think that it's going to be interesting to see how the pieces start to fit together. So yeah, I'm pretty keen. Before we go and do that, let's go and check out the mana curve. Okay, so looking at the mana curve, as I said before, it is a control type deck. So the average is 3.5, which isn't particularly high considering what it is. That being said, it's only got 7 creatures in total in the deck. It runs 28 non-creatures, which is crazy. That's a huge amount of removal, spells, and obviously spells that allow you to do the things that you want to do to ramp out and get into your Ugins. It runs 25 land. It is a mono black control deck, so it has the only colour of black. It has colourless mana as well. Okay, other than that, guys, I think it's time we go and play some games. Well, this looks like a pretty normal control hand, so I guess we'll give it a bit of a run and see how we go. So, for those of you that aren't aware, I always do my first game against Sparky because it allows me to sort of think about what I'm doing and have a bit of a chat and not be playing against someone who's going to smash the bejeebers out of me if I make a slight error. So that's why I play against Sparky in my first game. Interesting. I'm just going to scry and see what's on top. Yep, want that. Some more land's always appreciated. Okay, play this. So at this point in time, I'm thinking I probably want to kill that dude. Play the second one of these. bit of scry. Yeah, that's all good. Scry again. Still good. Pass turn. Okay, so play this land next. We'll be at 4. Nice. There we go. There's our 5th land, so we can play Old Mate here. Alright, so we go down to 19 now. It is what it is. Sparky's not being overly aggressive, which is exactly why we're playing against Sparky. Okay. Just keep building up out. Yes, I'll definitely take the action of getting another land card. We now go up to 23 again. Yeah, we'll keep that on top. Next. End turn. So far, like most of these sort of decks, you just need to have land. Scry again. Don't really need more removal at this stage. I've got 3 pieces of removal. That's better. Play a land. Play Old Mate here. Okay, I'm glad you're enjoying it. Let's draw a card and get some more life. Didn't I just put that on the bottom of the deck? Thought I did. Alright, so we're at 3, 6, 7. We need 1 more to get Oogies out. Mr. Oogie Woogie. No blocks. I'll take 1. There we go. Here we go. Well, I never. And I'm gonna shoot this dude in the face because that's what happens. No attacks because I'll double block and I'll lose my wandering arcade. Kill the frog. Attack with the 4/4. No blocks. Interesting. Down to 16 they go. Yeah. Alright, Sparky, I'm sorry. Kill its face. And then end turn. Yes. Play lands. Do a bit of this. It's not very nice. Okay. Next. Drop them down to 12. And turn. I'm going to discard this one. Play a land. Play a this. Shoot him in the face. Move to the attack step. Alright. Down to 1 you go. Enter. Sure. That's funny. I guess you do what you got to do, eh? What you can do. Play a land. Shoot him in the face. Alright. So far I think this deck plays very much like a control deck. Well, this hand's got a little bit of everything going on, so let's see how we go with it. Say hello to our opponent. Wish him a bit of love. Okay. Play this, and I'm gonna kill their robber. Alright, we get there. Okay, so having a look at this opening hand, we've got some mana, we've got a couple of card draw, or sorry, life gain options and some removal. I think we'll keep it. Say hello to our opponent. And wish him some love. Meep. Okay. Do some life gain here straight off the bat. I think next turn we play the Maze Mind. Okay. The thing I'm feeling with this deck is as with most of these sorts of decks for myself anyway, I sort of feel like I'm in a tough position to get to having enough mana and options. But once you're there, it's nigh on impossible to lose. So, got to get there first though, that's the challenging bit. Alright, so... play this. And then I'm going to go evens. Okay. another land. Okay. Go to 22. Okay. And good old Cleric's deck. Seeing a lot of popularity at the moment, that's for sure. Go this way. Take the action for that. See if I can survive from here. 2, 4, 6, 7. I need one more mana. That's a mana, but it comes into play tapped. What do we got here? Get rid of all of those. Okay. Let's play this. Play this. And play this land. Just keep trying to push through, do the damage, and then we'll go from there. I don't think they're going to block it. So we'll just keep chipping away and see if we can do the damage. Alright, we get there. Okay, so this hand doesn't have any black mana in it. It's only got one black spell at the moment. I'm going to keep and just try and get to the simulacrum. Solemn simulacrum here. So that way at least then I can go and get a black mana. Let's see if we can get there. Play this one. Okay, green. Oh my god, it's grinding, isn't it? Slowly, slowly, slowly. Yeah, no worries. Play this, play this. Definitely going to go and get myself a swamp. Forsaken Monument is the correct choice from my point of view. Okay, play that, and then make a 1-1. This is pretty crazy. Oh my lord. Play the last land. End turn. That's it. It's all over. What an epic match. It's 34 minutes. And I mill myself out because, yeah, just is what it is. Good job. Well, this hand looks like it's got everything we need for it to work. So let's see how we go. I've been playing a few games with this deck now. And it either wins really well or it loses really, really badly. So, like I suppose most control decks. Yep. Wow. Okay, unfortunately it looks like our opponent gave up. Alright, let's see if we can get a full game. This hand looks fairly good. Keep with Fuji a bit of love and let's get into it. Wow, we got removal and then removal. We got removal for removal. Typhoid rat. Well, so I'm guessing by the look of it, we have ourselves a little bit of the old what am I saying? Infect deck. So I'm guessing that they're going to play that. Play the 1/3 duty. Wow, interesting. Okay. Yep. Okay, we go down to 18. It is what it is. Right, let's go this way. Yep. Okay, so at this point in time, I think they will probably scoop. So that would be odd. I can't imagine they're going to stick around for much longer, given what's going on. Okay, so this deck seems to play either really well against certain people, or it plays moderately and people scoop. So I don't know. Well, that was really quite interesting. I don't think the deck is a bad deck. From my point of view, I don't think I would have the patience to play it all the time. The amount of games I played that went for 18, 20, 25, 30 minutes. Yeah, look, I don't think I'd like to go to a tournament where I had to play 9 rounds with a deck like this, because my eyes would be bleeding at the end of it. I sort of felt when I played different games that I sort of was just on the edge for quite a bit of it, like just on the edge of winning or losing. And then it just really came down to what my next few cards that I drew. So if I flooded out, you lose. If you draw the right piece at the right time, obviously you're going to win, but it just didn't have this, it didn't make me feel like I was in control all the time of the deck. But then there were other hands and other games that I played where I just dominated. The other thing I noticed too, and maybe this is just an arena thing, but quite a few games I played, I would play a few cards and people would just give up and move on with their life. And scoops. So I've included those. I will include those. Sorry, in the gameplay. So you probably know what I'm talking about already. All in all, I would give this deck probably a C-. I think it's good. It can work. I don't know if it suits my play style. So, but all in all, if you're interested in control, I think this is a fairly good deck to try out. And it's not overly difficult. A lot of the cards that are in it are quite useful in other decks. Other than that, guys, I just wanted to highlight, I stream Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, which is Greenwich Mean Time plus 10 hours. Please come on, hang out on Twitch, come and say g'day. Let me know what you think of the Deck Tech series. Let me know if there's any other videos that you'd like to see me do, whether it be different types of videos or whether it's different specific decks that you're interested in hearing more about. I have a couple other things that we do. So we've got obviously this YouTube channel, Twitch stream. I also have a Facebook page. They're all under the BigCraigO. And as of last week, which would be as of 21st of May, we now have the Craigo Discord. So if you are a follower of the channel on Twitch, you get access to the majority of the Discord. If you're a subscriber, you get access to everything else, including some voice channels as well. So if you're keen to come and hang out and have a chat, feel free. And obviously, if you want to check out the Discord, go for that as well. Guys, other than that, I just want to say thanks again for all the support. Don't forget, if you're interested, check out the link tree below. There's a link in there for Grey Viking Games, one of our friends of the channel. They support us through basically giving us a kickback for any purchases that are made whilst you use that link. It doesn't cost you anything. It just gives us some money back that we can then use to buy codes to give away on stream. We also have friends in the form of Spectrum Games, based out of Sydney, Australia. They're a retailer of Magic the Gathering products and accessories. Go and check out their web store at www.spectrumgaming.com.au. They have a big selection of products And if there's anything in particular that you're after they don't have listed on there, just let them know. They may have the ability to source it for you. Other than that, guys, I will see you on the battlefield shortly.